Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Good Morning Retro Rewind Days of Old Extra, where we talk anything and everything retro besides games. It is May 16th, and I hope everybody's having a good morning at work, if you listen to this at work, or just a good morning in general. Last Tuesday, we talked Pokedex, Generation 1 Pokedex toy. Again, absolutely love that toy, and this episode we're going to talk about Beyblades. Okay. I played with the Beyblade toy a lot. Like a lot. I didn't really watch the anime though, so I can't really say too much about it. I just remember playing with the toys. And that you can customize them, make them strong, make them their own. So this episode might be a little short due to the fact that I don't know a whole lot about Beyblades except for the toy itself, and that I used to, besides Pokemon cards, battle with Beyblades a lot. And I used to, trade parts and stuff like that, buy new parts and customize it as my own and whatnot. I know in the series, so the anime, the monsters would come out of the top of the Beyblade. I think that's how they did it in the anime. I'm not 100% sure. I barely remember it. I do know that Beyblades came out in 1999 and they're still present. I'm almost certain they're still present. I see Beyblades at Walmart still, so I'm pretty certain that they're still a pretty present thing for kids and adults, just pretty much anybody who enjoys it. So Beyblades were first released in Japan in July 1999. I don't know when it came to North America. I don't know. Let me see if I can find something here. If I find it, I'll let you guys know. But reading off of Wikipedia here, the game and rules for Beyblades, aside from formal play, a game with specific rules was published for the initial toy line. The formal game is played with 2 or more players. Each player is allowed up to 3 Beyblades, but may not switch parts once the match has started. Players may choose from any of the 3 Beyblades they have with them for any battle in a match. In Metal Fight Beyblade, a point system was introduced in the Beyblade Burst line of toys. Hasbro releases its own rule set for its toy line. In general, the first player to 3 points will win a match. Points are rewarded to a player based on how their Beyblade looks, because some Beyblades names vary depending on the region, and following uses of Hasbro terminology followed by the Takara Tomy ones. 1 point is awarded if the opponent's Beyblade stops spinning. Survival spin finish. 1 point is rewarded if the opponent's Beyblade is knocked out of the stadium and falls into a pocket of the stadium, ring, out, or over. Finish, KO, knockout, finish. Beginning with Beyblade Burst, 2 points are rewarded if the opponent's top is burst during a battle, or brush finish. So I'm pretty sure that means that the top flies off of it. In the event of a draw, both Beyblades are knocked out of the ring, stop spinning simultaneously, or burst at the same time. No points are rewarded to either player. I don't think the rules that we used when I was a kid was that in depth. I think it was just that, if it knocked you out, or if it stopped when it stopped spinning, you won. And it was best 2 out of 3, right? So that's how we used to play it as a kid. But other than that, I don't really know. I can't say I know too much about it. I know I'm curious to learn a bit more. Like I said, I only play with the toys, so I remember customizing them. I remember fighting with them. I have 2 of them now. I still have 2. Cupcake bought them for me for nostalgic purposes, so I still have them, and they work great. But yeah, I think I'm gonna show my I'm gonna show my daughter a Beyblade. I think she'd get a kick out of that. But yeah, so like I said, this was going to be a pretty short episode. But thank you all for listening. If you played with the Beyblades, this podcast also goes on YouTube. There's a video version on YouTube. You leave a comment down below. Let me know if you played with the Beyblades. If you still play with the Beyblades. If you still do battles. I don't know. Do they do tournaments and stuff still? I know they did back in the day. I'm almost certain they did back in the day. Well, yeah, let me know. And if you're watching this, or if you're listening to this on Spotify or any other podcast platform, please give a good review. If you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcast, Amazon Music and stuff like that, it gets mixed in under Retro Rewind Days of Old to continuously give you guys some content while we're going in between games or in between seasons for Retro Rewind Days of Old. So yeah, if you're listening to this on YouTube, you can find this podcast over on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio under Retro Rewind Days of Old. So yeah, have yourself a good morning. Remember, if you're gonna be an ass, be a badass. Be a kid again. Don't be afraid to be a kid. I don't care if you're 50 years old. Enjoy the nostalgic things. You enjoyed things when you were a kid once. Doesn't mean you can't enjoy them now. You know, just don't be an asshole about it. People have a thing for being dicks for some reason. So if you're gonna be an ass, be a badass, like I said, and stay retro, everybody. Take care.